Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Game Testing Unlimited. My name is Wilfred. So this is a video on Green Dawn. A lot of you have requested me to do one in the past, and I've just started playing it. Now I would like to also compare this game with Wolcen as well, because both I'm new to, and a lot of you ask me through Steam or YouTube, which one should I be buying? And Wolcen being the new kid on the block, some high-profile streamer dubbed it as the next generation ARPG, which I disagree. My video is on the description below. Compared to say Green Dawn, which has been around for quite some time, and sometimes I go into Steam kind of discount, and many people will ask me, is it worth buying or not? Because it's on Steam discount 75% off and so on. So I like to just address all these things, right? So now the comparison is Act 1 against Act 1 because Wolcen only have Act 1, and both are hard. I'm playing the veterans level of Green Dawn, which is one difficulties above normal, and also you'll see later on the bosses are about 5 level above my character's level, so it was really hard. So both are hard, and the comparison is Act 1 against Act 1. I'm a new player, no baggage behind me. I'm not one of those that play Green Dawn for ages, and or neither Titan's Quest for that long, and I don't have baggage at all. So I'm approaching both games with a fresh perspective, purely from the new player point of view, and I don't have access to the developers like some of the high-profile streamers. They may have a subconscious bias. Like for example, if you kind of know someone developing the Wolcen, talk to them, you kind of like have a little bit of empathy again. To how the game is being developed by a small indie kind of company. I don't have that. Just purely someone who will put down money to buy a game and play a game and see which one I would spend if I just can buy one game right now. So now, I think just jump to a summary here. I think in summary, Green Dawn is a far superior game compared to the Wolcen in the following way. The story is a lot more engaging. The quest kind of like prompt me to explore the zones, but it's not linear. Sometimes I have to rediscover a zone again and again to complete a certain quest. I have to read the text of the quest to understand where things are. Like this particular location here, they have to say across a broken bridge, hug the cliff, and you'll find a lot of this sort of like caster or whatever it is. So it is in a way also kind of like a lot more engaging, say, than Wolcen, which is very linear. You don't really care about the story. The story was very laughable. But here you felt that you are someone who are learning the environment. You are making friends with the NPC, bringing them into the base as well. And you found that you are actually making changes to the whole entire story as part of the hero. Next thing is that the loots are a lot more interesting. So the loots that you have here, I actually have to compare the stats, have to think about, what should I get, what should I not have. For Wolcen, you could be playing a level 7 and the item drop is still either level 1 or level 6. So, and the stat is just like whatever. It's not build defining. Now here, as you get better gear and so on, there are some skills that are being awarded with the gear itself. Some may synergize with the build that you have, even at this very low level. So I found the loot a lot more satisfying, interesting. And next thing is that the passive and the skills are a lot better designed. Like I think in Wolcen, things get a little bit random, like applying the attributes, like in whatever, some number, you put 29 or 36 or whatever, it doesn't really matter. But in Green Dawn, you got to say invest in the mastery in one dimension, another dimension trade-off is to invest in skill. So you have to unlock both at the same time. You'll see the screenshot in just a bit, but you got to think like, am I going to become a high mastery kind of like a class that make myself pretty invincible, or I want to get more interesting kind of like skill along the way to make my gameplay a lot more enjoyable. So there are a lot of things that you can think about there, but I think all in all, and the last thing I'll demonstrate with the boss fight later on, I'll talk a little bit in detail in just a bit, is that both are hard, but for Wolcen it's a lot one shot, like, you don't know what killed you, it start again. But for Green Dawn is that you could recover from it. You can learn the mechanic, boss mechanic. Both games are magnificent, but for Green Dawn you got to learn it, you got to improve it. You don't have to die to it. although you may spend more time playing it. But that is the beauty of it, you know, to just be able to even learn, progress, and you know, be better. All right, so all in all, I would say Green Dawn is a far more superior game than Wolcen. Act 1 against Act 1. Just keep it real from a new player perspective. Now, so up to you. I mean, if you have the money to spend, I would definitely advise you to spend it on Green Dawn. Wolcen, you probably wait for a couple of years until you exceed the early access. Then you can assess whether the game is fun or not. You know, right now it's still very much alpha or pre-alpha, I would say, for the early access. All right, so now. Enough of comparison between the Wolcen and the Green Dawn. This is a Necromancer class. I've got like you know, various kind of skills. Just like to go through with you quickly. Is that 7 and 8 are my skeleton and the Blight Fan, which is more of like the command skeleton and the golem in Diablo 3, if you see it from that way. And the more skill point I put in it to make my skeleton higher in quantity, as well as stronger, more resilient. As for the Blight Fan or golem, the more skill I put into it, making it more like generating more threat for me, do a AoE kind of poison around it as well, so or not, pretty good. Number 2 in the hotbar is to command all your minion to attack a target, which in a way is kind of nice because it commands everything to that. Unlike say Diablo, we can only command the skeleton or golem one by one, but not the mages in a way. Number 1 is Ill Omen, which is like a fear plus you know, kind of like damage over time, more to do a crowd control kind of thing. Number 3 is to buff the pet like tremendously for a period of time. All right, so that is in essence what it is. Number 9 is to heal my health, and number 0 is to basically you know, replenish energy. All right, there's also a part whereby okay, so this is the boss part, and they just want to you know, share with you a little bit on that. So there's a few kind of like yellow elite kind of like you kneel down first. And now at this point in time, I found that it's very punishing. I wanted to get out and say, okay, maybe it's not today. So I wanted to get out, but I wasn't allowed to leave, so I have to just fight on. Now if I lose here, I'll lose my XP as well. So I was trying to see, okay, so what are the damage out there? So I've got things on the ground, like the purple thing. If I step onto it, it kind of explodes onto me. And there are a lot of things shooting against me. There's also lightning that strike me. So I was learning like, okay, what is there that could kill me, kill the character. Okay, and after that I said, okay, fine. Then I'll start to summon my skeletons, trying to have all my skeleton uptime all the time. And if you see the health bar there are 2 shades to it. One is a darker shade, the other one is a lighter kind of shade. It has something to do with the constitution, about how fast you can recover and health and so on. So basically, it's not doing too well now. So now I'm kind of learning. I get the sense of it. Okay, so I got it. Now I need to get all my skeleton out, get the buff on, and try to do it. And I found that the melee is actually quite hard here because although I'm pretty strong in melee, but I just can't get in, because the moment you get in, there's a lot of like, you know, very, very hard stuff going on. So I'm still trying to kind of get my way into it. By the way, you see a lot of bones coming out. Those are called bone harvest. It buffed the pet as well. You could use that. So now I'm just trying to dodge all these things. Sometimes I can't, sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. Try not to step back onto the thing on the debuff on the ground as well. And then if I can get in with my melee kind of like range, I do it. So basically, it's just wearing and holding down. But as you can see here, right? You know, first time boss encounter, and you know, to contrast that to Wolcen, the video I made also at the end there was a mini boss first time as well. And but this one, I mean, is kind of more fun in a sense. I mean, you know, boss has mechanic, yes, but you can learn it. You can try to get better. You can try to wear it down and then see what you can do better and so on. And then I realizing that I had to really go in, because without going in, you just can't cut down the boss itself. So while trying to avoid all these things and try to go in as I can to do some damage. So still dodging, still doing it. Not the best way to fight a boss, but you're learning. You're still progressing. Now bear in mind that this is veteran mode, and this character is this boss is 5 level above me so far. So it is not at all an easy fight. So yep. But I think in the end I kind of got it. It just bit and there's poison as well. So done. All right. So now, and there is quite a fair bit of loot here. And a lot of time, games was like kind of the game will stop like after you down the boss and say, oh yeah, that's done. But it's not. So there's still chests around, and you just have to complete the dungeon. A little bit kind of interesting there. It's like it's not quite finished yet. It's still there. All right. So now, so I hope you kind of find this video useful to give you an overview of what Green Dawn is like. I think Green Dawn is a very fun single player game. Now, I'm not sure about multiplayer because I've played Titan Quest with my wife as a multiplayer. It's get a little confusing because some of the loot on the floor or chests, they are unlike Diablo. Diablo is you pick all your loot and no one can pick your loot. But I think for Green Dawn is something different. By the way, this is the skill and mastery tree, so you can increase your mastery or you can put points on the skill. Both are important because you need to have high mastery to unlock certain skill, but with the skill you need to put some point to it to make it powerful and relevant. So you can't develop your build that way. I would see how far I can go with the Necromancer build, and then after that I probably would augment it with you can pick a second class, and the second class could be could be like a shaman, I don't know, something that use like a range. Maybe I want to transit the range. So after this boss fight, I kind of feel that that there could be a lot more I can do as a range, because melee is very hard to get into the boss when there's a lot of fire around it. I don't really feel that durable. Maybe I need to like dual class into a more durable kind of melee character if I want to be a more melee character. I don't know yet. But and by the way, all these loot are very interesting because some of them could be build defining as well. But I can't cover it all in one video, and I'll talk a little bit more as I play a little bit more on Green Dawn. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Do drop me a note or question if you have any, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.